Oh, hello. I bet you thought this was going to be something different. But no, this is another installment of Horror Vision 2020. What is up, everybody? Welcome back. This next interview is long overdue. And that's partially because the world opened back up when we started working on other projects. We were traveling, filming a documentary. Super awesome. Had a great time. We'll I'll give you dates on that in the near future. I am casually and very comfortably dressed in this robe because I was not able to attend the Zoom interview with our upcoming guests because of conflict in scheduling. So I can wear whatever the hell I want today. Yeah! But guess who was there? Tommy, and she knocked it out of the park as she always does. Home run, baby! Thank you, Tommy. You are awesome, always awesome. Just like our next beautiful guest. She is an amazing and talented writer, director, producer, actor. You name it, she does it, and she does it very well. She has 83 credits to her name. She's probably best known for her Malvolia, the Queen of Screams, which is a series on YouTube, 66 episodes strong and still counting. She is in demand for that, and so season 4 right now. Go get it, watch it because it is absolutely fabulous. She is also known for a lot of movies, but just to name a few, one of the earlier projects was Demonic Attachment, which I thought was really cool because it is based loosely on her life growing up in a haunted house just outside of Salem. That's fitting. But when she traveled to LA, it kind of came with her. So she wrote this really cool short film called Demonic Attachment, which I thought was pretty damn neat. I love ghost stories. They talk a little bit about it in the interview. Another one would be like 1031, which was shot a few years ago. 1031 Part 2 was shot, I think, last year. And then 1031 Part 3, I think, is currently filming or in post-production. So stay tuned. If you haven't seen those, go check those out. Check out That Night, Amityville in the Hood. The Callback, I think, is another one she's working on right now, which is in production as well, pre-production. So she is constantly working because she collaborates with a lot of great people in the horror world. Hunter Johnson, Charles Chudabala, Richard Trejo, Dustin Ferguson, who's a very independent horror film director. So she is constantly working. She's a strong female director, which is great. We need more of that in this world. Just like you, Tommy, we love it. We love you both. And I truly am very sorry that I was unable to attend the interview, but it's here now. Let's all watch it together with the beautiful, the very talented, dig your fangs into her, Jen Nangle! Boy, do I miss doing this. Ooh, bye-bye, all you pretty...
Well, welcome. It's so good to meet you. I've been your Facebook friend, I think, for a while. So
yeah, I think so too. Yeah. It's nice to meet you as well.
everyone in horror, I like to, get to know everyone. But I was on an interview with Julianne Prescott / Bill Put.
Yes.
And he said, you gotta interview Jen Nangle. I'm like, I know that name. So you're a horror host too, correct?
I am, yes. Yes.
What is your name?
Malvolia, the Queen of Screams.
I always want to put an R in it. Malvolia.
Yeah.
Awesome. And where can everyone see those your shows?
It's all on YouTube. YouTube.com/C/Malvolia, the Queen of Screams. Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
Cool. I'll have Jim put something up there, but they'll know from hearing it too.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
So how did you pretty girl like you get involved in horror?
Oh my God, we're gonna be best friends after this. I've been acting since I was real young. I started doing musical theater when I was 10, and then I went to college for musical theater. And while I was there, I started to kind of fall out of love with the whole performance of musical theater, and was really searching for more realism, more realistic ways of acting. And so I was like, got this brilliant idea, like my sophomore or junior year of college, that I wanted to be on TV, and I was going to move to LA, and it was going to be so easy, and I was just going to be this star, and everything was going to be amazing, right? Like, that's what we all think. Okay, yeah.
Yep.
totally didn't work out that way. And so when I first came out here, I enrolled in a 2-year Meisner acting technique program. And so we kind of promised that during those 2 years, we don't audition. We just strictly are, training, and which was a great experience. Yeah. Yes. But once you're then released into the real world, no one really teaches you the business aspect of finding like an agent and career-wise and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So it was definitely a rude awakening. And I got involved with one of my friends. She decided that she wanted to do like a web series. This was like the time where everybody was self-producing, creating their own content, like all that
They're
stuff.
still doing that, so yeah.
Absolutely. Yes. And that was like the biggest positivist thing ever, Yeah. But we ended up doing a 10-episode web series, and then she decided that she didn't want to continue. So I had all of this knowledge, because again, I only knew acting. I didn't know filming and DSLRs and cameras and editing and sound. I had no idea, but I learned all of this in this project. And I was like, let's take this knowledge and just move forward. And so I've always been a huge fan of horror. I grew up in Danvers, Massachusetts, which is right next to Salem, Massachusetts. So we totally had
every Halloween. I know it's a big thing there.
Yeah, we got the Salem witches. I grew up in a haunted house too. It wasn't like spooky or crazy or anything, but it was, nice ghosts. But so full body apparitions were seen in the house. So all this like creepy, spooky stuff has always been around. Like my dad was a huge horror person. My grandmother she was always watching Alfred Hitchcock, and she's like reading like vampire books and stuff. So I think it was just always in the blood. And so I ventured out and did my first short film called Demonic Attachment, based on the haunted house that I grew up in. And that's how it all started.
So did you shoot that there or here?
Here. I kind of wrote it in the script where the attachment from when I grew up in a haunted house was still attached to me and came out with me to California. Yeah.
Cool. Was it a feature or a short?
Just a short film. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Can people see it online?
It's on my personal YouTube page, which is youtube.com / Jen Nangle Actress. Yes.
Jen Nangle, right. Okay.
Jen Nangle Actress. Yep.
Cool. So what did you do after that?
So after I did Demonic Attachment, I think there was like, I'm forgetting what his name is, but there was a video going around where a big producer was recommending that you shoot a short like a month. And so I got this brilliant idea of like, I'll get all my friends together and we'll just shoot a short a month. Well, we ended up shooting 3 and it kind of died down.
I know, it's tough. Yeah.
And it was like, always hard to get people together. All the editing was on me. It was very time consuming and stuff, which, I don't mind, but it was definitely a hard process. And so I knew I wanted something bigger and better, and I wanted to move into features. And there is a film franchise that's out there where it's based on a female lead. And I thought, if they're going to make another one, I want to be attached to that. I would love to be one of a female director, to tell a female story. So I wrote a treatment, and the creator absolutely hated it, but one of the producers really liked it.
Good.
Yeah. And so he encouraged me to continue on with it and do something with it. And since I wasn't under the restrictions of the film franchise anymore, I went to, I believe it was Son of Monsterpalooza that year, the year that they were celebrating the one and only Elvira. Okay. And I was walking around and I was just so amazed by her still popularity and, everybody fanning out on her. And I was like, this is something that nobody's really talking about that maybe I could, use in my feature film and kind of, build upon that. Well, once I got into it, lesson learned, there are horror hosts all over the country still doing stuff.
I run a convention, so I know there's a lot.
Yeah, like public access, like they're hardcore, but at the time I had no idea. And so I decided
there's still not a lot of them though. There's not a lot.
There's not like a lot, but there are some
There's
steady
some.
ones.
Some
Yes.
good- yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
I'm sorry
agree.
to interrupt.
And I after I left that convention, I decided that I was going to create this character for this feature film, a horror host for the feature film. And the more research I was doing, the more I fell in love with Vampira. So hard not to. Like, just her story and her struggle and just her desire and motivation and everything just really, really influenced me. And so I thought, okay, I'm gonna create this character, but I want to make her real first, you know, kind of do like a Blair Witch Project type thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm just gonna do a 6-part web series. We'll do something really fast. And when I launched Malvolia, the Queen of Screams, which is kind of a play on of Scream Queen of Screams, everybody fell in love with her and they wanted more. And I was like, oh, well, I can't let this go now. I have to keep going.
Yep.
And so here we are.
That's awesome. No,
Yeah.
I'm excited because one of the main reasons I started Motor City Nightmares, which is our horror convention, is because I wanted people to see my movies.
Yeah, no, I totally
And I'm
get
like,
that.
I got a captive audience right there, but then it turned into its own thing. So it's its own thing now.
And that's amazing. Congratulations. Because sometimes, you know, those things don't take off. So it taking off is a huge thing up for you. Absolutely. That says a lot.
Struggle, especially now. I had to reschedule and who knows what's going to happen, you know?
Oh, I know. I'm knocking on wood right now. Like, oh my gosh.
Has there been anything that you've had to cancel because of the COVID?
No, actually, I started 2020 off of shooting a feature in February with Julianne Prescott.
Oh,
and and then I was going to shoot another feature in March, but because COVID happened around St. Patrick's Day, that got pushed. And so then, you know, LA went into strict quarantine. My job closed down for 3 months. And so
what other job do you do?
Oh, I work in a tanning salon as my survival job.
Oh, that's okay.
But it's hard because I play a ghoul and she's not supposed to be tan, but I have to be tan for my job. So
I'm coming to see you. I need a freaking tan. You know?
Oh, girl, come before we maybe close again, you know?
So, all right, go ahead.
So I have just been trying to brainstorm and think of like my next plan. You know, originally I wanted to do a feature film based on Malvolia, the origins of Malvolia. And I started out pretty strong at the beginning of the year writing, but quarantine hit. A lot of
quarantine. I'm having a freaking hard time right now.
Girl, me too. Like, what is it?
I video games and play the shit out of video games, but I can't write.
I've been like on Facebook. I've been trying to watch stuff to get inspiration, and it's
guess what
not
works. I'm going to tell you what works because it works for me. I pick somebody, let's say you or somebody, one of my friends, a stand-up comic. We come up with an idea and we force ourselves every other day to meet on Zoom, and we write and we do it.
Accountability.
That is the main thing, but it's really hard to find someone that will stick with it.
I know. I know that very, very well. Yes.
Yep. If you're like me, then you're always the one editing everything, fixing everything, finishing this, making sure that
Oh, I know. I got you.
I like to call it driven. Some people call it insane, but yeah.
Going crazy.
That's right. But it works. And then the best thing that has come out of all of this is I've been meeting new people like you. People that are passionate because I just moved to LA a year ago.
Oh, congrats. Welcome.
I'm from Michigan. And, you know, going through the big D right now. So it sucks. But being here is amazing because I'm connecting with people that I never would have connected with. You know, it is amazing because I already knew a ton of horror people because I fly them all out for my show, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I know them all. And I know Julianne from the Days of the Dead.
Yeah.
I love, because I like to go to other horror conventions because I get to relax. and have
Yeah,
fun.
you're not working. You can just actually enjoy it.
When it's your own, you don't even see the weekend. You know, it's like done by the time, you know, because you've been working on it all year already. So
Yeah.
when you go to those, they're fun. So
Yeah.
that's cool. So coming out here and meeting people, that works for me. So if you have any projects you want to talk about.
Oh, I'm definitely going to hit you up because I've been looking for like strong females to, you know, to pursue projects with and move forward with. So yes.
Because that's the thing. I love to make something from nothing.
Yeah.
It works best for me working with people always.
And that's pretty much my life. I do no budgets. I rely on favors.
So don't watch any of my movies because you'll be like, oh, I know that. I know how to do that. You know? I know what you do there, you know.
But I'm sure your storytelling is so different than mine, so that would be inspiring for sure.
I don't know. Sometimes I would just buy a script and go with it, you know.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, that's great.
So if you have any scripts I bought mine off of inktip.com.
Yes.
And
yes.
That's a good site. It's really easy for producers to navigate.
Yes. Yes. It's great. Yes. And easy peasy.
Yeah, but that's good. So what else? Do you have anything in the pipeline after this? You planning more filming or anything?
Yeah, so because of this whole quarantine and kind of being, you know, set back a little bit, I wasn't sure if I was going to continue on and do season 4 of Malvolia, but after, you know, sitting here and not really feeling very, I don't know, active or productive. Correct.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Yeah, that I'm just like, we might as well. And, you know, so I'm currently looking for short films if anybody wants me to host them and put them on my YouTube page. I'm currently
you know I run an international film festival. I have a ton of people you can contact for that. Like a ton.
Yes, bring them to me. Bring them. Yes.
It runs virtually in 2 weeks.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, just the winners, but some of them that didn't get in the finals are still good. So
yeah,
I can help you out with short films. I can give you names of people and stuff.
I would love that because that was such a struggle for me for season 3 was finding people to submit short films. So yeah, like I'm super down.
Yeah.
And then my Halloween special is always the biggest thing of the year for me.
Yeah.
So I've been currently writing on that and pursuing that.
What kind of things do you do for the Halloween special?
So the first year was an idea that one of my producers came up with. It was kind of like a reality show of trying to get Malvolia to sign a 3-picture deal. So she shows up at this party and there's a little twist at the end. The second one, which happens to be like my favorite, that year I was so angry and I got so much aggression out in my writing.
That's good.
But basically I like brought in 4 victims to this haunted hospital that we were at, and they had it was kind of like a Saw thing. They had to go into a room and, you know, face an obstacle, and if they won they could leave, but if they didn't they would obviously be dead.
That's right.
So there was some fun twists in that, and I kind of named, you know, like some of the characters like Nancy from, you know, Nightmare on Elm Street. So like little things to, you know, to the horror genre. Exactly. Yes. Yep. And then last year, again, I held my annual Halloween party, and a human crashed it unexpectedly, and so she got punished for that.
A human.
So this
normie, you know.
Yeah, a normie. Yeah. She smelled good. She was kind of tasty. Everybody enjoyed feasting on her. But this year is going to be a little bit different because, again, I'm not really knowing what we're doing with quarantine again, and what places are open and stuff like that. So I think it's just going to be myself and one other actor doing this Halloween special. So we'll see. We'll see.
If you want, I was talking to, I know you're friends with her, Felissa Rose, right? Your friends?
Yeah.
She just shot a movie on Zoom. I don't know what it's called, but it's supposed to be some really good thing. So you might want to integrate that, because if you want, I could have some of the people that were my guests do something.
That's also a thing too. Yeah.
So,
I also do like little skits too, which I would definitely keep that in consideration for as well. Yes.
because
Yes.
use all your friends. You got a ton of them. Why not? And have them just say something, whatever you do.
Yeah. Because
I
I feel like we'll be finding ourselves not really doing very much.
right. Because I just want to rush out, like just rip everything and go, but you can't.
Yeah.
If I want people to live, my mom's at the age she could get sick, and I don't want that.
It's so scary, so scary.
It is.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
the unknown.
Yeah, but I'm a huge liberal, so
Yeah.
I'm in the right area because I came from Michigan. No. Very red state. Yeah, very red. So
wow, you were smart to come out here.
I was part of Indivisible. I helped start our Indivisible group there, and going and marching and things like that. People are yelling at you. The Trump mobiles driving by. And
oh wow!
And then bikers for Trump. They're like afraid you're gonna fight them. All this crazy stuff. And then I come here and do the protest, and everyone's on my side. I'm like, well, they don't need me.
Yeah, you came to the right place.
Also, cool. So, what is your favorite horror movie?
Psycho.
I know that, that's awesome. That was fast. That was really fast. Are you friends with Thomas Churchill?
I kind of am. Yes.
Yeah. He just said I just did an interview with him, and he said Psycho was his favorite. He loves Exorcist, but Psycho was the one.
Yeah, I played an extra in his M trailer based on Marilyn Monroe.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, he's super into like that 50s, horror, and so am I. So yeah.
Cool. Cool. So, what other kind of things do you do? Like, do you play video games, horror? What else do you do that involves horror?
Just watch horror movies. Yeah. I mean, whenever I play video games, and it's funny because my boyfriend is in the industry, I go to like the old school Nintendo, like Mario 3 and all that kind of stuff.
I'm learning because I have sons. I have 4 sons, 3 are adults. One's little, and I have to connect with them. So I started playing Fallout 76 or something, learning all these things. It's hard to learn the controls.
It's like X, Y, A, B,
I don't even know.
And then there's like all these other like little things.
But it's cool because I was just reading online that somebody said movies may not be the next big thing. It's probably going to be video games or things similar to that because of all of the pandemics and everything that could be coming. So, and I was thinking, because I'm playing Last of Us, the first one. And
good for you.
Really sad, and my oldest son is helping me get through it. So it's good to connect with all of them. And so I'm playing it, and I'm like, this is so interesting. This is amazing. And I was talking to another person, and they said the end of the game just depends on your morality, what you choose through the whole game. I'm like, wow, that's like even cooler than a movie, So I'm like, holy shit, that might be,
the stories that they come up with.
That's why when they make movies, sometimes they're really good, or sometimes they just don't pay attention to the, raw.
Yes.
story.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I'm all about the story. I'm all about story based. Like I love to be sucked in, So when there isn't a good story, it's like, meh, meh. And I know video games, they definitely concentrate.
It's amazing.
And try and keep it as real as possible. And some of those like new, like, characters look like they could just pop out of the TV.
Yeah. I know, it's freaky. So not long. Well, I guess if we don't have to be actors, you can be the same age your whole life now. Right? Yes. Take me back about 25 years up. No. And so who do you work with the most? Just you work on your own stuff the most?
Lately, I've been working pretty much on my own. I usually collaborate with Hunter Johnson, Charles Chudabala, Richard Trejo. Those are like my main go-tos, my crew, my guys. And I've been working a lot with Dustin Ferguson over the past year.
Dustin Ferguson, who is that?
He is a very independent filmmaker. He has his own.
Did he go to Carnegie Mellon or no? Is that not him?
I don't think so.
Okay, because I auditioned a Dustin Ferguson beautiful man. I don't know. He was so gorgeous. He was in a movie called Hellbent. That's the only thing I saw him in because I had him in. Okay, so it's not him. Okay,
a different one.
Different one. Okay.
But Julianne and I worked together on Dustin Ferguson's film The Last Roommate back in February. That's where we like really connected, you know. So yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So is there anything else you'd like to promote?
Oh my gosh, I wish I could, but there's like nothing.
Well, then everyone's going to watch your YouTube.
Yes. Yes. Go back, watch all of the episodes. There are 3 seasons up there. We're working on season 4. So
where did you get the name Malvolia? Malvolia. Where did you get that name from?
So I went on the internet and I looked up vampire names. Uh-huh. And there was this site, and so it like broke it down: male vampire names, female vampire names. Oh. And so I went down the list of females to which kind of like, you know, stood out to me. Yeah. And Malvolia is an Italian supposed vampire name that means ill will. Yes.
Oh, my sons are all named after Anne Rice characters.
Oh, so cool.
But all from the book. So for the book. So my oldest is Cayman. My second oldest is Raglan. It's from Tale of the Body Thief. And then Lasher, he's from the Witching series. And then my youngest is Magnus, which was Lestat's maker. I don't know if you know. I'm a nerd. I'm a horror nerd.
So awesome.
They're all all their middle names are Tommy. So at least
really?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna make sure they get their dad's stuff, they're gonna get mine too.
Good. Yes. Yes.
Even if it was a girl, I was gonna make it. So you know. That's cool. No, but it's so great spending time with you. I would love to do some work with you if you want to. Let's touch base again and just do like a idea session.
Yeah, I'm so down. So down. Yes, let's do it.
Because that's what works best for me is working with people that are that ambitious. It's really
hard to find. Very hard to find. Yeah.
I think I might talk Julianne into directing her movie.
I'll second that. Yeah, do it. Yeah.
Or code. I said, if you are nervous, co-direct with someone, you know, and your friends, you know, so we always pushing the women in film, you know.
Yes. Thank you. Cause we sometimes need it, you know, being surrounded by a lot of males all the time, a lot of strong opinions. Yeah. Sometimes it's really hard to speak up and stand up for what you believe in and what you want. So I appreciate you doing that.
The difference is now, cause I'm old. Years before, I would never get a call back. Hardly ever. I'd have to call and call. Now I get almost every phone call returned.
That's amazing.
The Me Too movement, people are taking women more seriously.
I'm so happy to hear that. I'm so happy. I mean, I know that I've kind of come up with like some Me Too situations since it has, become open, but I'm really hoping that all of that changes so much.
It's changing and,
slowly but surely.
Our crazy president, everyone's seeing everything for the first time because I didn't even know how bad it was. You know what I mean? Because it's like, I had no idea what was going on. So
yeah,
hear those stories, it's pretty sad. But not to be negative, let's end on a happy note. It was great meeting you, and I will talk to you soon. And we'll let you know when this goes up. It'll be a couple weeks.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I'm excited. Okay, bye.